Uh, oh my god. I heard the news about the Democrats caving. You know, I don't normally post stuff like this, but I'm a small channel. Nobody watches me. I can kind of say whatever I want. I just woke up, by the way. I'm having my morning tea in my pajamas. So, yeah, that's why I'm messing with my hair. It looks kind of crazy. So, my bird in the background. Sorry. When I get heated, he gets heated. You know what? We all knew, like, at some point they were going to cave. That I'm, like, used to Democrats disappointing. But disappointment after, like, so many people have gone through so much hardship. Tim Kaine, who voted yes for this bill, himself said that this promise is an empty promise and then went ahead and voted. They know that they're getting nothing. Like, the people who voted yes knew that they were getting nothing. Ugh. You see, I get heated, he gets heated. Honestly, I'm like kind of surprised. Like, I'm out here like full ready to protest. I want Chuck Schumer not just to step down, I want him to step out. I want this man gone. This is not the first time he's royally messed up. He has screwed the American people over multiple times after saying he's cared. I'm pretty sure you care more about your money than you do about the American people, you know? That the airlines somehow, somewhere have something to do with this, because the holidays are coming up. Like, that's when there would have been an immense amount of pressure to reopen the government. We probably would have seen concessions, because with the holidays coming up and airlines, they were about to have to cancel a ton more flights, and so there would have been a lot of sacrifices from a lot of people. A lot of people would have been really frustrated. But where would that frustration have been directed, right? Like, maybe some of it would have fallen along party lines, but seeing like the administration basking in opulence while people are starving, I think I have an idea where some of it might be directed. And so with the holidays, with airline travel being disrupted, people being frustrated, like, this was about to climax to a point where Republicans would have had to concede between lobbying and probably senators also not wanting their own travel plans disrupted. Like, I'm sure somewhere in that line of thought, they would rather have put this off until January so that they could have happy holidays and be uninterrupted so that they can focus on their family. And so they sold the American people out. In my opinion, that probably had a factor into it somewhere. I'm just a small nobody on the internet. I'm just saying what I want. And what I want right now is I want Chuck Schumer, the 8, for sure gone. And I want to make it clear, like, it's not just Chuck Schumer, and it's not just the 8. It's not the 9 of them who are the problem, right? Like, my senator, he must have known, right? I don't believe it happened in the dark. So the senators, there's no way they were in the dark. There's no way. And at least Nancy Pelosi over there knew. Her and Chuck Schumer are probably best friends. Ugh. That's why, like, I'm gonna stay mad, and I'm gonna watch. Like, I'm gonna be watching, like, my senator too, right? Like, put up a show, you tell us like you're fighting, but I didn't see tooth and nail. I don't know about you, but when I'm fighting, and I'm fighting to protect somebody I love, clearly you don't love me enough. Clearly you don't love the American people enough. Uh-oh, Coco. We know that the 8 senators that rolled over, it was because they were all safe, not seek re-election, or they're not up for re-election. And in my mind, I'm like, okay, if that's how you see yourselves, if I were your constituents right now, I'd be calling your office, get out, resign now. You're going to be treating your constituents that way, if you're going to be treating the American people that way, get out now. We don't need leaders like you. We don't want you. If you don't want to take care of us, we don't want to take care of you. Get out. We don't want to be taking care of you with our taxpayer money. We're paying your bills. Get out. It's crazy to me that, like, to the fact that we just wait. We're like, okay, well, Chuck Schumer has until 2028, 2029. Like, we'll just wait. You know, in other countries, if governments can't come to agreements, like I think in like Australia, that government is dissolved. It's gone. In France, right? Like, they've or I don't know if they're still having it, but they had huge issues with their budget. At least they hold their position. Like, they're making a big stink out of it because they want what they want and they're gonna try to get it. We lasted 40 days. I understand that people are suffering, but for the most part, by polling, and people would rather have suffered for long-term gains than caved for whatever the crap this is. What are we even getting? And it's only until January, so we might be doing this all over again. It's for less because now we have less leverage. I understand where it came from. I do, but I think it was shameful. It was shameful behavior. I mean, that's up to you. Like I said, nobody watches my channel. It doesn't really matter. I can say what I want. Like, no one is here. I do travel. And I post some of it sometimes, and I'm just gonna say, most other places have basic shit like healthcare, welfare for people of their country sorted out. They might be fighting over retirement age or the social security amount, those smaller things, like not the big things. Like, we should have this sorted by now, and it's crazy to me. Some of the biggest holdups are, I don't want it because I don't want someone else to have it. Just don't have it, then you just let somebody else have it. That's crazy to me. I don't want you to have turkey on Thanksgiving, so I'm not gonna have turkey on Thanksgiving. Bro, we can just both decide not to have turkey on Thanksgiving, or they can have turkey on Thanksgiving. I can have chicken. Just have the option. Private health care is definitely not gonna go away because we have public health care. Like, private healthcare is so ingrained in the US system, it's not going anywhere. Anyway, a bunch of Republicans out here too, they want healthcare. They need healthcare. They need SNAP. It's not just a Democratic issue. Like, I don't know on what planet thought like this was. No, like, we've been seeing throughout the last few years, especially, that both Republicans and Democrats rely on these services. I'm pretty sure there are going to be a lot of Republicans who are upset too. So I'm not saying you need to vote for a Democrat. If you want to vote for a Republican, vote for a Republican. But I would just say, go find somebody. Rand Paul, he voted no against this bill multiple times, you know? And, okay, Bernie Sanders and AOC, like, they're Democratic socialists. They be out here. And they're picking up Republicans left and right because they're talking about issues that really matter. Healthcare, welfare, education, like rent control, like unions that actually made America wealthy, sustainable, not like this, 1% capitalist bullshit. And so they're picking up in their rallies Republicans. Again, I'm not saying you need to vote for someone that is like far left out of your comfort zone. I'm just saying, if someone far right isn't working for you anymore, go find somebody else, because whoever is running the show is not working. Mike Johnson, he's not working. Like, he's literally not working though. Like, he's deciding not to do things. Like, he's deciding not to hold votes on like the Epstein files, deciding not to work. He's deciding for Senate just to not do things during the whole shutdown. Like Republicans were nowhere to be found, figuratively and literally not working. I'm not saying that it's like solely a Republican issue. The Democrats have similar people. I want to see people out here who are doing the most, and like, Bernie Sanders is old as hell and he's out here literally doing the most. Humpty Dumpty's about to fall off the wall because he's sleeping on all of them. He came up with Sleepy Joe, and I'm pretty sure he was projecting, because that man is asleep everywhere. He's also not working. He's playing doll. He's playing Polly Pocket Princess in the White House. He wants to rebuild his castle. He's just a figurehead who signs papers, man. He ain't shit. All of this to say, not happy. Woke up pretty cranky. I don't normally talk about this shit because politics, but I think that this one is like not. I mean, I'm sure that people are gonna be making it like a divide, but I really just don't think that it's like that clear cut anymore, because I just don't think that it's about Democrat or Republican. This is a class issue. This is about the American people being shoved down by the wealthy, who I don't even know if they see themselves as Americans, as benefiting from the American system. I'm pretty sure that if they could have the same opportunities for their companies outside of the US, they would move. If they could buy citizenship, which in some countries you can, if they could buy citizenship in a different country where they could treat their workers how they do here and subsidize their healthcare, their food through the government in the way that they do here, aren't unions, and their rent isn't controlled, and like the government is in their pocket, I don't think they would stay here. This is not just a problem of left and right, or, private healthcare and public healthcare, about classes between the 1%, like the ultra wealthy, and everybody else, authoritarian government, and the people who are being oppressed. I would say that's a bigger issue. Calling your representatives and either telling them to get out, or vote somebody else in. And if you're happy, that's great. Anyway, I finished my tea, so that's all I have to say. Good luck out there.